Dejar plantado. Dejar plantado. And this one is it's not a fun one. It's quite the opposite, but I just find it funny, this phrase. Plantado. Because when talking about plantado, it sounds like a plant. You know, you're talking about a plant. Plantado. But when you have dejar plantado, that means, do you know the meaning? Do you know the meaning of this? We're not talking about plants. We're not talking about plants. We're talking about, oh, there's more. Alguien. Yeah, dejar plantado a alguien. Okay, so alguien means someone, alguien, someone. When you use dejar plantado a, so you're doing something to someone, not nice. It's not nice, but it means to stand up somebody. When if you have a date and your date didn't show up, then you can use this phrase for sure. You can use the verb dejar for sure, or the whole phrase dejar plantado. Okay, dejar plantado a alguien. I mean, this changes. Alguien can change. You can change it with a name to a different name. You can change it to, or you can just use dejar plantado, just the top part. Sometimes you don't need this part here. You can just say this. In you know, I'll show you how to put it in a sentence. But sometimes you will have to use this if you want to give more information, of course. So yeah, the meaning is to stand up somebody. Now let's look at the first example. Dejé plantado a Miguel. No me acordé que hoy teníamos una cita. No me acordé que hoy teníamos una cita. And I apologize, and it's an accent mark over there. Acordé, perfect tense. Usually when conjugating verbs in perfect tense, you will have to use an accent mark. Especially when talking about, you know, that you forgot something, I forgot something in this situation. By the way, acordar means to remember, not to forget. But you'll see. Let me show you the meaning of this sentence. The meaning of this sentence is, I stood Miguel up. I didn't remember we had a date today. Or an appointment. Cita can mean appointment or date. Okay, depends on the situation. Context. Dejé means I stood up. Okay. Oh, by the way, you need this too. Dejé plantado, I stood up. When you add a, just like there, a, then you have to add alguien, you know, somebody. So in this case, we're referring to Miguel. Dejé plantado a Miguel. Yo dejé plantado a Miguel. I stood Miguel up. No me acordé. I didn't remember. Que is used a lot to add more to the sentence. Okay? No, if you say no me acordé by itself, that means I didn't remember. That's it. But if you want to add more to the sentence, then you need que. No me acordé que. Okay? Hoy means today. Teníamos We had, nosotros teníamos. We don't need nosotros. We need teníamos. We had a cita. Cita, date. Cita can mean date, can mean appointment. Okay? So when going to the doctor to see your doctor, you need a cita. Okay? Cita. So it can be something like that, like a doctor's appointment, or it could be a date when you're dating someone. Okay? Interesting. That's very, very interesting. Lastly, the last example, that's the last example of, today. Me dejaron plantada. Just like that. Something simple. Me dejaron plantada. So this can change. Plantado can change to plantada as well. In plural as well. Plantados, plantadas. That it depends what you want to say, of course. If this is like the feminine form of plantado, plantada, when saying me dejaron plantada, that means he or she stood me up. So whoever, someone stood you up. So me dejaron plantada. He or she stood me up. Okay? You can also say me dejó. Me dejó plantada. He or she stood me up. So dejaron is more like a general term to refer to any he, she, they, but you're just saying that you got stood up. But when saying me dejó, for example, you can say Miguel me dejó plantada. Okay, Miguel me dejó plantada, and that means Miguel stood me up. Okay, so you need me dejó plantada, plantado. Okay, you cannot say Miguel dejó plantada. It sounds incomplete. You need me if you were the one who got stood up, right? Me dejó plantada. Or you can say te dejó. Miguel te dejó. And you're referring to you. You got stood up. Okay? So Miguel stood you up. Okay? So this can change, of course, but when talking about yourself, you can say that. Okay? Me. That's what it means. And that's it. Remember, dejar plantado a alguien. You can see here in the first example, we have the verb, the rest of the phrase, and we needed because we wanted to mention Miguel. Okay, in this situation, we didn't need alguien because we're talking about ourselves. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, when I was saying at the beginning, it can be flexible. You can use the first part, dejar plantado, or the whole thing, dejar plantado a alguien. So yeah, you have options. Definitely, you have options.